Shalom. Call halal YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to the 144,000. And oh man, here we go again. Okay, IUIC marching into the Super Bowl. Okay, now, one thing about this truth, man, is the Lord gave us simple instructions. Okay, He told us what to do with this truth, and He don't say nothing about marching. Okay, going out there and marching into the Super Bowl. Okay, or marching whenever a so-called black person gets shot, or these things that these these camps do. You had Sakari and the goddamn protests for the ICE deportations with guns on their hips. Jake just doing a bunch of superfluid stuff that has nothing to do with the truth. And this is why it's important for us to understand and completely know. Scripture says, hey, first of all, you got to count the cost. But you got to be fully persuaded in your mind. You got to actually know what you're about. And as you see all this manpower, had these men, which I can guarantee probably 90% of them don't even have active channels where they're doing videos. Not to mention IUIC is not teaching the 100% doctrine, okay? But had they, had been enlightened with the true doctrine, okay, and we're out there actually doing videos, we would probably be a lot closer to being out of here than we are right now, okay? Because at the end of the day, the gospel must be preached into the world, and then shall the end come. But you marching and making a spectacle is not a part of that gospel being preached. Okay, now what they could have did was they could have set up camps all over the place on every corner. They could have set up camps, and that would have had a more, I can't think. Well, for lack of better words, it would have been more, Salaki, it's early in the morning. But it would have been more impactful. Okay, let's say the least. It would have been more impactful. Okay, than just marching up and down the street. But let's grab a few precepts. Let's go right here. This is the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 22. It says, Then Yahawashi answering said unto them, Go your way and tell John what ye have seen and heard, how that the blind see, and the lame walk, and lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, and the dead are raised. To the poor the gospel is preached. Right? So we're not, here for these celebrities like they marched for this nigga, what's his name? I forgot his name. Kyrie Irving, and what he said, I don't know what that's about. Okay? They're sellouts. We're here to preach to the elect. Okay? The ones who are downtrodden, the ones who are without. It says, has something else too, Salakia. That's not even what I was looking for originally. It's another one. Beautiful. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. It says, The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because He hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. And that's what this is about, man. Okay? This thing ain't about going out there and trying to be seen of men, putting on a show. That's all it is. Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, which is one of my favorite precepts, it says, And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached. This is why we got to be on fire. We got to be constantly instant in season, ready to do the work, not just be out there marching and doing a bunch of superfluid shit. It says that, And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's why I said if they was out there preaching, it would have been more impactful than just going out there and marching. Okay, preach the gospel. Okay, that's what we were put here for, to preach the gospel. Anything else is you trying to do your own thing. Let's grab this too. Okay, it says Romans chapter 10. Let me grab this in NLT as well. Okay, I want to grab the NLT. Let's go right here. It says Exodus 23 verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Okay, and that's what you're doing. You must not follow the crowd in wrong and doing wrong, and that's what they're doing that wrong. That's not what the Lord commanded us to do. All right, but in IUIC, you in this mega camp, and everybody just monkey see, monkey do, you know, which that's not what the Lord gave you this truth for. It says Romans chapter 10 verse let's go to verse 1 in the KJV. It says, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. And this is what you see with our people. They have a zeal. Yeah, they believe in the Most High to a certain extent, and they think they serving the Lord, but it's not according to knowledge. IUIC think them going out there marching is them doing the work of the Lord. That's not according to knowledge. It says, For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, which is what they do. This is why they destroying the breakdowns, doing all this extra stuff, going here and going there, and really preaching false doctrine at the end of the day. It says, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. You see in the NLT it says, verse 2, I know what enthusiasm they have for the Most High, but it is misdirected zeal. And that's all this is right here. This is a bunch of misdirected zeal. Okay, this is what happens when you following a megalomaniac that's preaching false doctrine, that's saying that you don't have to, that's mocking the names, saying you don't have to call upon the names. He'll have your zeal misdirected, doing shit that's not profitable for you at the end of the day. You can march every fucking IUIC march and still be destroyed here. Okay? Majority of the men in this that's marching right here don't know what the MOTB is. Okay? Or teaching that is something that is not. And frankly, I have to say, majority of these men will take the MOTB. So it don't matter how much you're marching up and down the street. For they don't understand the Most High's way of making people right with himself. Refusing to accept the Most High's way, they cling to their own way of getting right with the Most High by trying to keep the law. And that's one thing that IUIC always pushing: the law, the statutes, the commandments, which, we got to keep it to the best of our ability, but ultimately that's not what's going to save you. Let's go right here. It says, all right, because you come into this truth, you can't just do what you want to do or how you see fit. Okay, that's not the way this works. Okay, at the end of the day, we all have to submit unto the way of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. And you see that with Jacob come into this truth, and I want to do it this way. I like to do it like that. That's not how it works, man. We all got to submit unto the way of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. And this right here is what you see. Okay, this is a sacrifice of fools, man. What you trying to get, to get your steps in? This is not what the Lord told us to go out there and do. So ultimately, it's something else. It says, let me grab an NLT. It says, as you enter the house of the Most High, keep your ears open and your mouth shut. It is evil to make mindless offerings to the Most High. And we constantly bringing some people come up to the camp, but in this situation, they just, go on running, walk, marching down the street. Cadus says, who's the king? And you know who they say. That's bringing it back. Mindless offerings to the Most High. They think that they doing the Lord a service, but it's really a disservice. Because instead of you pushing Yahawah and YAHAWASHI, that vibration is earth, you're pushing the vibration of JC, and that's something else, man. That's the Lord didn't tell us to go out there and do that. Okay? Let's go right here. It says, This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So when you're rebelling against the true way of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, that's as a sin of witchcraft. And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. When you're calling upon a different God because you're stubborn and don't want to call upon the true names, you are participating in idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Right, and the Lord is about to reject a lot of our people, man, in these last days. You know, truth be told, He's really already rejected them. You know, majority of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians have already been rejected by the Lord because you're not doing what He commanded you to do. You're doing what you want to do. You know, these Christians, not my Jesus, not my Jesus. You don't know the Lord, man. So they'll say stuff they face with pork, commit adultery, smoke a fucking black and mild or a blunt, and think that they still serving the Lord. Okay. Yeah, this shit is cute. It's cute, man. But Esau gonna come through, you know, with wrath, and when he does that, then we're gonna see. It says, then you shall know who are my chosen. Just because a nigga can walk up and down the street, and I don't say that, you know, with no malice, but just because you can walk up and down the street marching, you know, doing these cadences, don't mean the Lord is dealing with you. All right. This is why we all gotta examine ourselves. You know, whether we be in the faith, you know. Are you doing what the Lord said to do, or are you just doing what your so-called camp leader told you to do? Okay? Got you going way all the way the hell off. Okay, just keep it simple, man. Just do the work. Shalom, come and show all love, blah, blah, blah.